Hey YouTube.
Trust me, I wouldn't come back unless I had something important to talk about. And boy, do I.
Also, I'd like to say this creator, his name is Paymoney Wubby, and is one of the best streamers on Twitch. Hands down, absolutely the best. The most fun, all that kind of stuff. Truly an inspiration. So we're going to sit down and watch this.
This photo, this single disgusting photo of a kebab, has haunted my friend group, my thoughts, my emotions for nearly 2 years.
When you zoom up on it, does it not start to look more like meat? Does that not look more like meat as we walk through?
And in this video, I'm going to be taking you on a journey of where we started and where we are today.
Sound good?
Let's
Can you guys
start
hear everything?
from the beginning. Wednesday, December 16th, 2020. YouTuber Justin Wang tweets out a photo of a kebab that looks an awful lot like shit. I'm not sure if this is a turd or some kind of actual food I haven't seen yet. Bro, that's definitely a turd. Man's laid some boo-boo across a few veggies.
I've heard the phrase boo-boo used like a bunch of times. Is that like a phrase that people teach their children to not, I don't know. I don't understand. Hey, also guys, I'm going to show you something really quick. I need you all to be adults about it, but I'm very briefly going to move the camera position on the screen. If you don't mind, just observe, what's in the shot, what's in the background. Let me know what you think.
People were confused. People were offended. It reminded me of the blue dress photo that went around the internet for a while. The longer I stared at it, the more it would become something else. At first glance, it kind of looks like shit, but when you really start staring at it, I've seen kebab that looks like that. This photo became a bit of a joke amongst my friends, where we would share it occasionally.
So anyways, again, it's always nice to notice the background there. All right, moving on.
A small argument would break out, and then it wouldn't go anywhere. I think our autism came together and we collectively decided we need
He said there are artisticness.
to know once and for all if it's actually poo or if it's a kebab. Starting from the first place that I saw the photo was Justin Wang's Twitter, but it wasn't his photo. He was retweeting somebody else named Cray. Cray tweeted the photo originally in response to a post that read, "What's the worst food you've had at a football match?" Paired with a photo of a...
Hey dog, let me just tell you something. If I ever get something on a hot dog bun that looks like that, I will disrespect the person who gave that to me
really
more than anything
long
else.
sausage. Cray responded to
Worst kind of disrespect. I might spit on him.
the tweet with a photo of the turd kebab and replied, "Stevenage away." All I had to do was get in contact with Cray, ask him if he took the photo, if he knew who took the photo, if it was his shit. And lucky for us, Cray's DMs were open, so I DM'd him right away. If Cray were to respond, I'm sure that would be the end of it, but unfortunately for us, he didn't. So let me explain something important here. When we find this photo reposted online, it's important to look at the date. The earlier the date, the more likely it's the original.
ZBD says, just eat that one without a bun. Listen, my brother in Christ. Nothing like that. Nothing comes near here.
Poster. So at this point, we have Justin Wang's tweet on December 16th and Cray's tweet from earlier that day. Both of these were in December, but we knew we had to find something older. And that's when we found the 9gag post. The post was titled, "Name That Kebab Cambodian Cuisine." The photo we found on 9gag was a big deal. If we could get in contact with the person who made the 9gag post, we wouldn't need Cray at all. Let me explain an unfortunate quirk of 9gag. When someone posts to 9gag, the username is hidden, which can lead to some strange and weird posts. One user remarked on the issue,
Is that legal?
"It used to list the OP under the post, but they removed it a while ago, it seems." So, although we found this post without a username, it was a dead end. So we went deeper. We believe to have found the first ever sighting of the turd kebab on the internet. Turkish Kebab House, a small, unassuming kebab shop located in Blackpool, United Kingdom. The first internet post of the turd kebab, as far as we can tell, appears to be on a Google review under the photo section of said Turkish kebab house.
Hey, quick question. Is everything in the UK worse? Just blanketly, like a blanket statement. Is it all just worse? I would be really curious because it always just looks like everything in the UK is just bad.
We don't know the exact date it was posted, but we do know it was in March 2020, according to the review, which was 2 full months before the 9gag post and nearly a year before Craze. Whoever took this photo knew what the photo was. Lee R. We assume it's a he based on the name, and the profile photo is like a Shiba Doge meme. We don't know much of anything about Lee R.
Did anybody make any money off Doge? You guys make any money?
Google Reviews keeps their accounts and their users pretty anonymous for the most part. The only thing that we can see about Liar are his other reviews that he's left. And he's left a lot of reviews. Prestige Carpet and Upholstery, Fast and Efficient, Big Woody Skateboard.
Also, a good question. Are you someone that leaves reviews? Okay. So first off, I made like some money off of Doge. I'm not going to say how much because of the IRS and stuff, because now you get taxed if you've transferred $600 over. I would live for like a little bit of time. I was one of those people that would leave Google reviews, but they're either like really sterling 5 stars or they're like horrendous murder stories of 1 stars. And then I realized that like I had just like, it's just you. It's just your name out there, and it's probably not a good look.
Board shop, great selection. Ramp City Skate Park, awesome indoor skate park. My son loves it. London Gents Barber, always do a good job of me and my son's hair. This guy, from what I can tell, seems like a normal family man. Not the kind of guy who would upload a giant turd and post it at a kebab shop. It seems vindictive. It seems crazy. It doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would take his kid to get a nice haircut and then go to the family-friendly skate park after. Maybe you could justify him doing it if he uploaded it from a different account, but this was posted from the same account he reviewed a child's haircut from. It's just not adding up. The way I look at it, there's 2 options here. Either Liar uploaded a picture of his shit for some crazy reason, or Turkish Kebab.
How much of a mad lad would you have to be to literally take a dump and upload it onto like Google reviews, like just blanketly put it out there? Like, I don't know about you guys. I've, like taken some some things to be proud of before, and I'll send them to the boys in the group text, or I'll send them to one guy and be like, hey, check this out. But blanketly putting them out there on Google is kind of nuts.
Kebab House is serving kebabs that looks like actual human feces. There doesn't appear to be any way to contact Liar from his Google review. The only other option at this point was to get somebody to order a kebab from the shop and compare it to the photo. And during the midst of a...
Okay, ZBD says he had to handle it too, so no way he landed it perfect in the tray. I mean, you could, like, theoretically, like, squat over that bad boy, right? And just, like, lay it in there just perfect. But it is, I mean, it's rather neat, too.
Global pandemic, that seemed impossible. So I put out a tweet asking for anyone in the Blackpool area willing to help us with a project. And we got so many responses, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who hit me up. I eventually got in contact with a viewer named Squiggles on Discord.
Is she hot?
Her and her boyfriend got their cameras in hand, hidden mics attached, and drove from Bradford to Blackpool, which, if I'm not mistaken, is about an hour drive. To be completely transparent, I was a little nervous sending Squiggles to the kebab shop, given some of the reviews for the shop. So for starters, it has a 3.6. That's not good. I wouldn't eat somewhere with a 3.6. Tiger T said the service...
Would you guys eat somewhere with a 3.6? I feel like I've eaten it way less, like way worse places. I feel like a Waffle House would have like a strong 1, not like a really low 1, but like a 1 that's closer to 2. What do we think? I'd eat there.
This here is terrible. Boo Grady Booth said, absolutely disgraceful. Rang to complain about a frozen cheesecake to have the phone put down on me, only to ring back to be verbally abused by the owner. I was nervous sending a viewer of mine, a fan of mine, into a kebab shop that seemed as hostile as this, but we needed answers. I don't think I was ready for them.
I'm gonna go straight to the counter.
I like how she's building like an attack plan to go in here. Like, how nervous do you think this girl was? And for what reason?
I wanted to order something, but I'm not too sure what to get. I was wondering if you could help me. I was looking at some of the things, and then what's that one?
That one is chicken and donut.
Chicken and donut. And then that one as well.
Yeah, that one is chicken and donut as well. Yeah.
And then what about that one? What's that one?
Oh, it's not ours. Some people who doesn't like us.
Is
they
it that
put in
picture?
it's normally a shit.
That is actually a shit, actually.
Who hates
Have
us?
a shit on
Put it on the
it.
Google, yeah.
Oh my, and you can't get rid of it at all?
No, I've tried it, but
No.
Not only did they know about the photo, but they believe it to be a
How would you not know about that photo as a business? Like, I'm not sure like what Wubby was thinking here, being like, oh yeah, they're just not going to acknowledge it.
fake review. They claimed they don't know how to take it down. And when they served kebabs, although they didn't really look that appetizing, they definitely didn't look like the photo of the turkey
I don't know, dude. That meat inside that pita. I don't know, dude.
kebab. What are you? What was so frustrating about this is now the only option is that Lee R took a shit on a pita and uploaded it as a review.
That's what I think. It
guess
kinda
there
looks
is a
close.
possibility that the kebab shop could be lying, but I'm not really seeing what the motivation is. Did they used to serve shitty kebabs? Giving up now doesn't give us the answer because there is still that doubt. For continuity, I'm going to move this. Shouts out to Squiggles and her boyfriend for going out there, spending a day with the turd kebab, and getting us one step closer to the truth. After the whole kebab shop, I felt lost. I felt confused. I knew I wanted to take a step back and get some perspective and get an expert's opinion. So I reached out to a gastroenterologist.
How do you talk to a doctor? How do you call a doctor's office and say, hey man, I have this picture and I need you to tell me if it's like if it's some shit because somebody told me it's food. How would you even start that conversation? Like, imagine telling the secretary, hey, I need the doctor to do this for me. And how would you say it? I mean, if I called, I'd be like, hey, look, I have a terrible illness. I need to see the doctor, just regular. And then, like, once he gets in there, I'd be like, hey, look, man, I totally lied. I just needed to get you alone to show you this. There's no way I'm telling the secretary what I'm doing.
To get their opinion on it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Carlton. I'm one of the gastroenterologists at Digestive Disease Associates. I basically all day long will look in people's bottoms to see.
Okay. I love everybody. I think everybody has their unique quirks. Look at my man's eyelids. Do you see that? My man got his eyelids tied to his eyebrows.
If they've got colon cancer, I see a lot of people
like it.
all day long.
Dr. Carlton, hey. Dennis, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Dennis.
What is poop?
Poop is basically a mixture of a lot of materials left over from digestion from your GI tract. The thing that gives
Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Is that plastic surgery? I'm not at all trying to be mean. I'm not. He looks surprised. It's kind of startling.
Its color is bilirubin, which comes from bile acids. So if you have a blockage of your bile duct, you might not have any stool color at all, and your stools will be pale colored like clay. But the bilirubin is what gives it that brown color.
What kind of colors can poop come in for humans?
Absolutely. It runs a spectrum from pale, almost white when someone has a block.
ZBD says, you know where those fingers been all day. Dog. It goes from his eyeball straight to his eyebrow. Maybe he, look, no lie. Maybe it's like that because he spends all day you ever change a kid's diaper? It's like, ooh, that first one. Maybe that's what got him.
Blockage of their bile duct, either by like a pancreatic cancer or a bile duct stone, to
That's terrifying.
Yellow from diarrhea and excessive fatty, undigestible fats that go through.
If we were to show you an image, do you think you'd be able to identify if it's poop or not?
If it's a recent poop, probably.
I'm going to show you said image here. Here it is. This is the kebab.
While it certainly looks like poop, I have definitely seen kebab stuff that looks like that before, especially if it has any sort of grape leaf wrapping to it.
The darker color here and
Okay.
the grooves going through it. Do those look
Okay.
like...
So the doctor immediately says, okay, cool. It's looks like poop. But oh shit, I clicked the wrong button, guys. Guys, I think you're getting hit with an ad. I swear I clicked the wrong button. Okay, we're gonna stall for a minute. I'm sorry. Let me apologize. Alright, sorry, we're gonna wait because I accidentally clicked the ad button. I'm so sorry. Hang tight. Hang on. All right, we back? All right, we're back. Sorry, guys. My bad.
Something that would come out of a human being?
Definitely, it's potential. It's possibly poop. Yes.
If you had to pick a side, what do you think it is?
I think it's probably a kebab that looks like shit.
So the doctor,
How, with all the current
the doctor says you guys are all wrong immediately.
evidence could a doctor, a gastroenterologist, look at this photo and believe it to be a kebab? After my conversation with Dr. Carlton, I don't know what this is a photo of. So I reached out to a kebab expert here in San Diego to try to get another opinion on it.
What's a
Hi, my name
kebab
is
expert?
Marcus Sabis. I'm the chef at Emerdine Restaurant. It's a family business, small little shop making authentic Lebanese cuisine.
Thanks for joining us. Thank you for agreeing to the
having
interview.
me.
ZBD says the doctor bit his fingernails. That's a horrifying thought, my brother.
You said that this was a family-owned business. Did you grow up in the shop? Have you been around the shop your whole life?
Yeah, so actually my story is interesting. I come from the Mediterranean culture. You know, every single mom and dad wants you to become either a lawyer, engineer, or a doctor at some point. I studied neuroscience and physiology, and I got a degree in that. I was supposed to be destined to medical school. Then I had an epiphany where I switched, did a 180 flip, and broke my mother's heart and told her I'm going to culinary school up in Napa. I have a different perspective. Like, I have the science background and the molecular background of what food is and what happens to it when you heat it and cool it and things like that.
We have a photo that we're trying to identify the type of meat and the
Did
preparation
this man say that it's a
style.
science
So
to
when
do
you
this
say
with
the
food?
meat, like is it like lamb,
Bro, you're
chicken,
cooking.
beef, something like
I mean, I'll show you the photo and
Okay,
then we
so
can go
sounds
from
good.
there.
I love the like thunder drop.
Interesting. Okay.
Why did they put it upside down? My man looks like he just saw Jesus come over there. Oh my God.
I would, that is not kebab. Well, okay. So the first instinct is this is definitely ground beef of some sort, I think. To be honest with you, if you give this, like, to me, that doesn't look like meat. I mean, it doesn't look anything remotely similar to a kebab. I'm trying really hard to.
Well, you could be honest.
No, I am. I'm trying really hard to, like, get.
Is he trying hard to keep it together, or is he trying hard to take this seriously?
See where it comes from, because like I know the food from all the cultures. If this is some sort of kafta or like ground beef skewer,
The hell's
not
kafta?
cubed meat, they did a really bad job about it. Usually when you skewer something, you want it to be all symmetrical so it cooks at the same time. So whatever this portion is way bigger than this side. Also, I'm having a tough time kind of like figuring out these grooves, because when you cook meat, especially if it's
My
ground,
man's getting in there with his fingers.
those grooves. Yeah,
It's not typical.
no. So this could, yeah, this is way too processed. Its corners are pretty cut. Like the way we do our kafta, we don't use pre-ground beef. Like we get the whole lamb shoulder or beef shoulder, and then We fabricate it, remove the fat, grind it ourselves to the perfect consistency, mix it with onions, spices.
Would we be able?
Is
to
this man really telling us how to
Mark was not
do
only
this right
kind
now?
enough to
Is this
show us
worth?
the
Is this
kitchen and
worth
how
his
their fresh
time?
kebabs are
Okay,
made,
here we
but
go.
He treated my entire crew to some of their delicious meals, and we're all really thankful for that. After we all ate, he
Not
had
gonna
this
lie,
to say
Greek
regarding
food is a
traditional
W. If you guys don't
Mediterranean
eat Greek
cuisine.
food,
For people that are trying to
oh yeah.
open ethnic restaurants in the West and want
Thank
to
you, brother.
showcase
I don't know how to
beautiful
pronounce
culture
that.
and
Say in
cuisine
chat
we
how you
have
pronounce
stems
that.
back thousands of years is do it true to
What
the
language is that?
culture and true to
Whoever
the
can tell me
cuisine of
gets
the
100
recipes, then
channel points.
It's an injustice to
1,000.
the food and the history of the food to kind of like toss it and just be like, hey, here we're just selling you whatever.
Two experts in two completely different fields looked at this photo and believed it to be a bad kebab. Who am I to challenge the opinion of a doctor and a kebab shop owner? All of my friends had exhausted all of their ideas, and we didn't have any more leads. We didn't know what else to do. And with that, the story went completely quiet. Cray responds to my original DM. And not only does Cray respond to my original DM, but he's claiming that he is the one that took the photo. Here's where things get a little confusing, so pay attention. I'm gonna go into detail. I'm gonna be reading these from my phone, so forgive me. Your Twitter is one of the first sightings of the turd. Would you be able to provide any info on where it came from? Yeah, of course, mate. What's my cut? I don't know if it was me being naive, but at the time, him asking me for money didn't really bother me. I was so caught up in finally getting an answer to the story, I guess I didn't realize that him leading with asking for money is a little odd. So I obliged. I said, yeah, we can discuss payment. You'd have to give me info I don't already have though. Where's the photo from? Who took it? Is it a turd? Why was the photo taken? Okay, my mate shit on a salad in PETA in the pub toilets of Stevenage, and we claimed that they had provided it. No idea why. I took the pic of
My
it,
man's
but it
reading
was
those
funny as
DMs
fuck.
at midnight.
Cray is claiming
Go
his
to
friend
bed,
took a
dude.
shit on a PETA at the Stevenage football arena. They took a photo of it and they uploaded it as a joke. So in order to get some more proof, I asked him if he could send me a photo, a screenshot of the photo in his camera roll when the photo was taken. June 2nd, 2020. This was the first problem. We have that photo dated on Google Review, posted by Lee R in March of 2020. So after the date discrepancy, I decided to hit up the so-called PETA shitter himself, Cray's friend, Lewis. Looking at Lewis's profile picture, it was hard to believe that somebody this beautiful could produce something so disgusting. Regardless, I still messaged him asking him if he was the one who shit on the PETA. Do you know when the photo was taken originally? June 2nd, 2020. The same incorrect date that Cray had given us just moments before. I wanted...
What kind of fucked up date system are they using in Europe? It was 2/6/2020, and how did you get? How the hell did you get June out of that?
to see if they would bring
It's
up
February.
the Google review before mentioning it, because that in my mind would prove something. The Google review wasn't necessarily easy to find. At the very least, somebody just trying to make a quick buck off me wouldn't mention it because they wouldn't know about it. And I kind of caught them in that way. I'll lay it all on the table. There's a Google review posted by somebody named Lee R in March of 2020. This is the first time the photo was seen online. If you can either prove that you're Lee R by either logging into the account, writing something, there are countless ways to easily and in under a minute prove that you're Lee R. Or provide a post.
Do we think that he is Lee R? Do we think it's Lee R?
Post anything that predates March 2020, I'll pay you and your boy. Don't worry about it. Giving you loads of answers for nothing. Going to football now. Didn't think you'd be like this. It's only a shit. It's only a shit, Lewis. It's only a fucking shit. You're only a fucking shit. You wanna be amateur football player? You're never gonna fucking make it, dude. Keep chasing that dream. Keep fucking chasing it. And when I get to the bottom of this fucking shit, I'm gonna be sitting in my California mansion, and you're still gonna be going to the...
Do you guys know how much money streamers make? I'm gonna let the video play, but if you know how much money streamers make, put it in the chat. Just tell me like what your wild guesses are.
The pitch in pouring rain, hoping for a sponsorship, Lewis. It's just a turd. It's more than a turd! Guys, let me ask you something. If I offered you $500, which was my current offer, $500 to log into your Google account and post a review, would you do it? Or be a dick for no reason, the internet now hates you, and you don't have $500. I
Facts.
can't think of a single reason, if this was the original poster of that photo, why they would not acknowledge the Lee R post at all. And that's the thing. I talked for a little while longer with these two. Not a single time did they acknowledge Lee R. Not at all. They weren't even like, I don't know who Lee R is. They weren't like, oh, I am Lee R. They gave no acknowledgement to it. And I found that very shady. These two guys could just be the dumbest human beings in the UK, and they could technically still be the origin of this photo. I offered them an opportunity to get on a voice call with me because I was thinking maybe there's a miscommunication
Hot take. Everybody in the UK is an idiot.
going on here, and maybe the dates were slightly wrong, maybe this, maybe that. They didn't even want to have the conversation with me. And if this video does come out and these guys ever decide to provide proof, let's all as a community laugh at them, because they could have done it earlier and made $500 each. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, after the Cray situation, I didn't feel like there was any point. What's even more frustrating was a story that went quiet, that we thought we had just solved, went right back to square one. It is a possibility that one of them is Lee R.
At what point do you give
they
up
had
on
just
something like
gotten
this?
locked out of their account or something, and they knew they couldn't prove it. At that point, I
Like,
didn't really
Wubby's
know what to
putting a
do,
lot of
and
energy
I'm being
into
honest,
this.
there really wasn't anything we could do. As if out of nowhere, Lee R posts a new review on Google. Lee R is still writing reviews. Keep in mind, Lee R had not posted a review at this point for years, so a new post was huge. It proved to us a few things. He was still active, and there's a chance we'd be able to contact him. Really interesting under his review that I guess we hadn't noticed before, but the business, Shabsies, responded to his review, which meant in theory, we might be able to get a message to Lee R. Unfortunately, that was impossible. We would have to call shops in a different country, in a different time zone. On that phone call, we'd have to convince the shop of the documentary we're doing, explain what's going on, and then convince them to use
Y'all ever think about how dumb time zones are? Why can't it just be the time? Y'all ever think about that? Because it's always just the time here. Like, it's like 9 right now. Why can't it just be 9 everywhere? It's kind of simple. I mean, if we're being honest,
to
it's just
send a
simple.
message to this random guy for some dumb American YouTube channel. And that's exactly what we did.
It is 4 a.m. our time here in San Diego, and it's, what is it?
It would be about 1 p.m.
1 p.m. in the UK in Blackpool, and we are currently going through Lee's...
Wubby's tattoo on his arm right here, it's behind the text, is his cat. It's a cat, like Medusa cat. That's what's up.
Reviews on Google. We're calling it a prestige carpet and upholstery cleaner. Sorry I look so disheveled. It's 4 a.m. Here we go. Okay, what are we doing wrong here? Is that how
There's his cat. Oh god, cats are so odd. Do you guys like cats? Do you guys have cats? Oh, it's terrible. Oh, they're so bad.
Hi there. Is there a manager or an owner I could speak to?
Speaking to the owner.
We're trying to get in contact with an individual who left a review of your business, among many other businesses, on Google. Through Google reviews, the business can actually send a message to them that will notify them.
Okay.
And we found you guys through a review this person left, if that makes sense.
Okay. Who's the person who left the review and what's their name?
Lee R, L-E-E-R, like abbreviated last name R.
Lee R.
That's correct.
Why do they talk like that, man? No lie.
That's correct.
Just say it, like, just say R. It's not that big of a deal. It is kind of amazing that this lady was just like super willing to just do this.
Yeah,
If someone, I'm a small business owner. If somebody called me and was like, "Hey, give me information on one of your customers," I'll tell you a price, and then I'll tell you to suck my nuts if you don't pay.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Right, leave it with me. I'll see what I can do for you.
Okay, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. Wait, what was your name?
My name's Andrea.
Andrea. Okay.
Andrea, yeah.
Thank you so much for your help. I mean, maybe?
Oh my
Was
god,
that
y'all see the
good?
Kirby
I
on
feel
his
like that was
arm?
pretty good.
It's like
Couple
Kirby,
days
but with like a
passed,
regular
and
face.
There it is.
So what are we watching specifically? We're in it. We're in it pretty deep, my brother. There is a video, or there's an image. It's actually, I'll show you quickly. Coin, what is that? Is that food? Or is that poop? That's what we're trying to find. We're trying to figure it out. Is this food or is this poop? We had a poll earlier. 60% of chat thought it was poop. And they are tracing down the guy who made the review. And they're trying to get in contact with him through Google reviews. So the shop owner has now, he left a, I don't know, dog. I don't know if it's poop, man. The shop owner says, you know, he left a review for the shop. They call it the shop owner. And now they have left them a response, and it gave him a notification to get back in touch with them.
Let me tell you, I could not believe it when I saw it, but there it fucking was. They left their business email. Okay, not exactly what we asked, but good enough. We managed to get a business in the UK to leave a message for another man based on nothing. And as excited as I was, it was unfortunately short-lived. And I could drag you guys along here and give you hope, but unfortunately, as I record this, Liar has not responded in any way to the review. Who is Liar? Who is Liar? Here we have all of Liar's places he's visited, places he's reviewed. This is what we know at this point. It's just not enough. We don't know enough about him. I just wish I could have his ear for 10 seconds.
Coin says it's kind of massive. Dog, that's what we were saying earlier at the beginning of this. If any human laid that out of their body, I mean, I think it's birth at that point.
It pains me to say this. This is as far in the story as we've gotten. I think that we've exhausted everything that we possibly could. And I could sit here and wait a year to put this video out, but I do think that we'll get better results if I ask for your help. If you have any information that leads to us getting in contact and finding out the source of this photo, I'm offering up a $5,000 bounty. Either who Liar is,
dude,
or what this photo is of, with proof.
$5,000 to figure it out.
Is what I deem as proof. Okay, you can't just say whatever the fuck you want. But we're looking to get in contact with Liar, and or find the origin of the photo in the first place. $5,000 to anybody who can successfully help with that. If you don't have information, what you can do to help is signal boost this video. Hashtag Turd Kebab on Twitter. We're just trying to get in contact with Liar. Send this video to someone you know. Maybe they know someone who knows someone who knows Liar. We found an Instagram. So I recently went on vacation, and while on vacation, we decided to check the Turd Kebab photo. The photo was gone. That's right, guys. The original posting from Liar has been removed. So if you remember earlier in the video, the kebab shop owners mentioned they don't actually have the ability to remove the photo themselves. My friends and I actually tested this theory. My friend owns a business, and I uploaded a photo to that business. He was unable to remove it. I myself had to remove the photo. So that means Liar himself removed the photo. We found an Instagram of someone we thought was Liar. And I did message them. And if you're wondering why this wasn't in the video till now, it's because they never replied and we didn't think it was relevant. However, with the context now of the photo being removed, we have to look back at every single person we interacted with. And I'm starting to believe this Instagram account was actually Liar's. We found this account in the first place because it followed one of the shops that Liar reviewed. This person does live in the general
I haven't seen this part, by the
all
way.
these shops are as
This
well.
is news
So
to me.
The best theory I have at this point in time is that this person I reached out to is Liar. They saw my messages and they went and deleted the photo. Motivation? I don't know why. Maybe they're scared. Maybe they think they're in trouble. Does that mean it's poo? Does that mean it's meat? I don't know. The photo's gone. I cannot believe a couple days before posting this video, our oldest photo gets removed. Hashtag Turd Kebab on Twitter. Any information, you can get $5,000. All right? Thank you so much. Bye-bye. Real quick before the end of the video, I want to take this time to give a quick shout out to all my friends that actually helped contribute. They were behind the scenes finding all of this shit with me. I couldn't find a way to thank them in the video naturally, so here it is at the end. So thank you to
all right,
Alex,
guys.
Aquatic, Ash, Booty, DJ.
All right. That's that. Whoa, there it is again. All right. What do we think? I mean, after we just watched all of that, like, what do you guys think? Because I mean, we're at the point now where we've invested so much time in it. I really don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys want to play some games for a few minutes and then chill out?